That story informs the basis of our discussion, and our guest tonight in studio is the Deputy Leader to Rigathi Gachagua on the Democracy for Citizens Party. Now, from ferociously defending the Kenya Kwanza government to fearlessly critiquing it, our guest tonight is the immediate former Secretary General of the ruling party, who is now DCP Deputy Party Leader. Cleophas Malala is with me in studio. Cleophas Malala, thank you very much. Good evening and welcome to TV47.
Good evening.
Perhaps the perfect place to begin from is the story that aired earlier, a few seconds ago, in which you addressed the media earlier today in regards to Rigathi Gachagua's homecoming.
No. Our party leader left the country to go and engage our supporters in the diaspora. He has been there for quite some time, but he decided to cut short his trip. Initially, he was supposed to be there for 60 days to engage with Kenyans living in diaspora, because they are an integral constituency which must be engaged on matters development back here at home. And he decided to cut short his trip because the IEBC gazetted the by-elections date. As you can see, we are less than 90 days to the by-elections. And he decided to cut short his trip so that he can come back and concentrate in coordinating activities of the by-election.
And just on that point, you say he's coming back to mobilize ahead of the by-elections, which were gazetted by IEBC. Critics say he has cut short because his trip to the US flopped. You don't agree with that?
It can be witnessed. Rigathi Gachagua is the only leader from Kenya who has gone to the US, engaged citizens in different states. We've seen even heads of states going to the US, engaging one community or Kenyans from one state. But Rigathi Gachagua has taken time to engage Kenyans who are living in the United States of America across almost 6 states. And he has managed to open 3 DCP offices there. We are the only party which has offices abroad.
Malala, you say he has addressed and he has had meetings with Kenyans across. Yeah. But you will understand there are some who are faulting, saying he's talking to his community members, even in the US.
Let me ask you, if you go to a state and you get members who come from Mount Kenya, are they not Kenyans? Are you trying to tell us today that Kikuyus are not Kenyans? But be it as it may, we have seen Rigathi Gachagua engaging cousins. Why are you not addressing that? He had a meeting with the people of Abagusi community in the United States of America. You saw that meeting. He had a meeting with the people emanating from the Tawe community. Why are you not addressing that?
Fair enough. Therefore, it's not me per se who is saying that. And I say these are your critics who are saying it.
That's a narrative being perpetuated by our opponents. And that is well understood, because these governments are paranoid. Government. It's a government which does not believe that we would one day enjoy the benefits from such a leader who has come in to fill in the position of the opposition.
And we will talk of that government, of which you are part of it to an extent. But just on the Rigathi homecoming, you expect Kenyans to be at JKI, you said at 8 a.m. on Thursday. But in that statement and in earlier statements, you are suggesting as though there could be a foul play of diverting his plane.
Oh yes, we have intelligence that upon the directives of Mr. Murkomen, which insinuated that upon Rigathi's arrival, they will arrest him at the airport, the security agencies have realized that many people are coming to the airport to receive him. And therefore, there are plans to divert his flight to either land in Mombasa or Kisumu. But we have adequate plans to receive Gachagua in whatever international airport that he will land in. So long as he lands in Kenya, he will be well received, because Rigathi Gachagua is a leader that leads a troop across this country.
The Interior Cabinet Secretary, Kipchumba Murkomen, says your party leader will have to record a statement in relation to his remarks on terrorism in the US, in which he accused the President of the Republic of Kenya of meeting Al-Shabaab in Mandera.
Who is the complainant?
Well, that's what the CS is saying.
Second, the issues Rigathi Gachagua was trying to amplify are basically issues before the US Senate. They are basically issues before the international community and generally the global community. And therefore, he's not introducing new things. You've seen the petition in the US Senate elaborating those issues. In both print and broadcast media, we've also seen in the recent past neighboring countries complaining about his interaction with rebel communities in those sovereign jurisdictions. And therefore, whatever Rigathi Gachagua said is not new. Second, Rigathi Gachagua was complaining against this same government headed by William Ruto. And therefore, we cannot again go and record a statement against, we cannot go to record a statement to the same accused person. And therefore, there will be absolute conflict of interest. We have given our conditions that if you want Rigathi Gachagua to record a statement, he is ready to appear before the US Senate to give his evidence. We are also ready, and we, by the way, are, through the leadership of the former AG, we are ready to compile evidence of extrajudicial killings, evidence of abduction, evidence of false and illegal state detention of the citizenry of Kenya. At that point, as to when we shall agree that this is now a complete case to present at the ICC, Rigathi Gachagua is ready to make any statement before ICC. And therefore...
The bone of contention currently is his remarks on terrorism and the president meeting terrorists in Mandera. Are you saying he will substantiate that?
He will substantiate that. He said that he has evidence. He was the deputy president. And he has information about that. And therefore, he is very confident that given a chance to record that statement to a neutral person, not to the same people that he is accusing.
Are you questioning the independence of these government agencies mandated to investigate?
Of course. You've seen, they have always advanced this narrative of the police is independent. But you've seen in the recent past, we have seen cabinet secretaries commanding or giving commands to the police force that you can shoot to kill. We've seen the president himself interfering with the management of the police service. And therefore, it is in public domain that our police force and our security agencies are not independent, as enshrined in the Constitution.
And bottom line to that, you say Rigathi Gachagua will substantiate his claims?
Rigathi Gachagua is ready to substantiate, but not to the same people he's accusing.
To who will he then substantiate?
We have said we have international platforms. He is ready to go anywhere to substantiate if we will have a case against William Ruto in the ICC. Rigathi Gachagua is ready to do a statement with the prosecutor of ICC. Rigathi Gachagua is ready to volunteer on behalf of Kenyans to appear before the US Senate and volunteer information.
Fair enough. Cleophas Malala, let's talk of your role, your initial and current role. In 2022, you vied as a gubernatorial candidate for Kakamega on ANC. You joined UDA, of which you were its Secretary General, before you swore to an oath of secrecy in the cabinet. Many would argue you are a former high-profile leader within the current government, which begs the question, why did you fall out with President William Ruto?
Basically, I fell out with William Ruto because of ideological differences. You remember, we campaigned on the basis of lifting the law in the society, in empowering them economically. We had a manifesto that we had agreed to implement. I was the custodian of the Kenya Kwanza manifesto as the Secretary General of UDA Party. I was nominated to sit in cabinet so that I can help the president track the implementation of the Kenya Kwanza manifesto. I developed an implementation matrix for William Ruto and told him now, we have clinched power. These are the promises we made to Kenyans during our campaign. I remember very vividly that we had 172 promises. I compiled that together with presidential pronouncements and promises, so that we are able to track. He made this promise during our campaigns. Has he implemented, and to what extent has he initiated? Does it require a policy, a change in policy? Does it require a legislation? And therefore, I was the one tracking the implementation. When I realized that the person I'm dealing with is not genuine, he's not a truthful man, he's egocentric, he's in here to make his own personal gains, he abandoned the manifesto, made so many promises that he was not implementing, became a pathological liar. I said, I will not continue entertaining that. He started being uncomfortable with me.
Your role in cabinet, as you said, as was publicized, was to fast-track the implementation of government projects.
Not to fast-track, to monitor the implementation, because I had no executive powers. My work was to tell him, and we had even developed an application, a phone application, that at the comfort of his seat or at the comfort of his house, he can monitor by clicking in the name of the ministry, the name of the projects. He will definitely know. After we did the first 1 year, only 8% of the promises had been implemented.
And did you tell the president that
I presented the issue in cabinet. I presented the issue during our retreat in Naivasha, when we were given an opportunity to present the progress of the Kenya Kwanza government. You remember we were in Lake Naivasha hotel. I was given a 1-hour session to make a presentation. I made the same presentation during the National Executive Committee meeting.
Fair enough.
In UDA. But it fell to deaf ears.
You were appointed as the Secretary General of UDA on February of 2023. You left that position in August of 2024. That's more than a year. Yep. Did you at any point tell the president that some of the promises he was making were unrealistic?
Severally. If you are a master of reading body language, you'll realize that the former deputy president and myself, we dragged ourselves in promoting the finance bill. We advised the president on the disadvantages of overburdening citizens with taxes. He told us that, oh, we are in government, but we have started behaving as if we are in opposition. It was our duty to advocate for government policies. But we told him, you know, my role as the Secretary General is to ensure that the political support you got as president is maintained ahead of the 2027 elections. And therefore, it will be bad for me to turn up to be a sycophant who tells you or who nods to everything that you do. When you tell him something, he misinterprets it as opposition. When you are now forced to give government positions and advocate and promote them, which you do not believe in, you decide instead of opposing those policies, you rather keep quiet. That is where he started, and his handler started insinuating that we have a thing with Rigathi Gachagua, and therefore my continual being as Secretary General will jeopardize the running of government.
And Cleophas, you say you have raised these issues with the president.
Personally.
For a Kenyan who is watching this program, one would interpret this is the politician art of regaining senses once they leave office.
I speak from a point of information. I am very confident with what I'm telling Kenyans right now. And I want to challenge William Ruto. I want to challenge the members of the National Executive Council. Ask any cabinet secretary who was in cabinet. I made a formal presentation, and I can even avail that document that I presented during the NEC of UDA, highlighted challenges that our governments is facing vis-a-vis expectations from the citizens.
Fair enough. Cleophas Malala is the Deputy Party Leader of the Democracy for Citizens Party. You're watching TV 47. Time for us to take a short break. We will be back with this discussion after this break. Stay with us.